But what I think is going to happen, and this is neither good nor bad because I think it's inevitable. I think technology is there's going to be a new technology that emerges that changes things as radically, if not more, than what the internet has done. And I think most likely it's going to be human neural interfaces.
Okay.
And those are around the corner. And they're going to be here before you know it. And they're going to sneak up on us just like the internet snuck up on us.
What is that exactly?
Like
That's the
Neuralink.
chip in your head or something?
Yes. They're going to use it initially for people with ALS and various injuries and diseases, and where they can't control their muscles anymore, and it's going to rewire the way the human mind interacts with the physical body. But I think ultimately it's going to remap the way people communicate with each other. And in Elon's words on this podcast, he said, "You're going to be able to talk without using words."
Are we going to miss this?
No,
I'm happy to miss it.
it's going to happen. We're going to be old. They're going to drill into our head. We're going to be like late adopters, like when Grandpa got email.
Okay. Where Grandpa got the Neuralink, 80 years old.
I think it's going
I'm happy
to
to miss it. I'm like, that doesn't sound...
Well, in Elon's perspective, we're already cyborgs, right? Because we already have these things in our pockets. It's just not physically embedded into your actual body. But one day it will be. And it will be because it will be better than not having it in there. When the technology sufficiently advances to the point where you know it's safe, you know it's everywhere, you know everyone has it, you're missing out, and all these people are gaining some sort of an advantage either in the workplace or in industry or whatever it is, or socially from using that, you're going to use it.
Well, maybe there'll be like a whole tribe of people that are like primitives that reject this shit and just continue to hunt and like not get the Neuralink.
That's always been the case. I mean, that's one of the things that Graham Hancock points out when he has this amazing show, Ancient Catastrophe, or Ancient Apocalypse? Yep. Ancient Apocalypse, that's on Netflix. It's talking about evidence that there's a very advanced human civilization that lived a long time ago that was destroyed by impacts, by comet impacts when we went through a comet storm. And this is like what caused the end of the Ice Age. This is actual like legitimate scientific inquiry into this. It's called the Younger Dryas Impact Theory, and it's based on actual real data that they get from soil. Like when they do core samples of the Earth, they can find out that at this point when the Ice Age ended around 12,800 years ago, there's a lot of iridium in the soil.
Okay.
And that's very common in space and very rare on Earth. And it also coincides with when Earth was passing through these comet storms. And they think that this is probably why there's all these ancient structures that are unexplained, like Göbekli Tepe and some of the stuff in...
is this like a UFO thing, or this is a different thing? Okay.
No, it's not a UFO thing. No, not at all.
Okay.
No, it's
so it's like
it's a catastrophe, natural catastrophe.
A civilization
pre-Babylonia.
Pre-Babylonia that was advanced.
Advanced to the point where they could build things like the pyramids. Okay. Advanced to the point where they could build these immense structures that are unexplainable today, like things in Lebanon where they have these enormous stone blocks that were carved thousands of tons. They have zero idea how they did it. Like what are they doing with it? How are they going to move it? They did this so long ago, no one even knows who did it or why they did it.
Right.
What they believe is that at one point in time, whether if anatomically similar human beings, they used to think, like when I was in high school, they thought, human beings like us have only been around for like 50,000 years, 100,000 years. Now they've taken that way back to almost 1 million years. So that gives so much more time for people to evolve and for technology to advance. And the concept is that there was an advanced human culture that existed thousands and thousands of years before we thought it did. So instead of 6,000 years ago being the birth of civilization, agriculture, written language, they think it was way before that, like maybe even 30,000 years ago, and that these people had reached a very high level of sophistication, and then massive natural disasters all over the world knocked people down to almost the Stone Age, and then they rebuilt again. And that's what we're experiencing now. But one of his points is they talk about like these ancient hunter-gatherer tribes that existed for thousands and thousands of years, and how could it be possible that they existed as well as these advanced cultures? But he's like, but that happens now. Like, you could go to New Guinea and you could see people that are hunter-gatherers right now. While you have an iPhone, you can film them with your space device. You could go to the Amazon and see uncontacted tribes. You can go to North Sentinel Island. There's uncontacted people that are living.
Less and less, but yeah.
Less and less. But the idea is that people have always coexisted that are at various stages of technological superiority and efficiency.
Okay.
And that there will be people that are fucking tribal people.
But they'll basically be like...
They'll be
like a
they
tribe
are now.
That's how bad it'll be.
They might just stay the way they are now.
If you opt out, you're basically going to be like a guy with a bow and arrow in the jungle. It'll be that bad. I was thinking more like I want to get most of the advantages of contemporary civilization. Like I'd still like the car that drives itself and the cool toaster. I just don't want the fucking thing in my brain. You know what I mean? I don't want to be
2 levels of it. You can get it in your brain or you wear it as a hat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Maybe the hat one is like a flip phone.
Yeah, I'll take the hat.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't want to have to go to like, you know, a reservation and be like in the jungle by myself.
Well, I don't necessarily think it even has to be that different, but it could be like homesteading. It could be like people that, you know, make their own bullets.
Right.
You know, because there's a lot of that.
There is a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, it could be people that just are, they prefer subsistence living, which people really do. You know, that's like life below zero and all those people that live in modern times that subsistence hunt.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that do that because they have no choice.
There is. But there's also a lot of people who do it because they have a choice.